Hello, and welcome to this week's Meaningful Minute. It's a bit breezy here at the beach, but we're going to soldier on. Last week I talked to you about Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian energy healing process. And this week I'm going to just mention it a little bit more completely. If you want to look it up for yourself, here is how it's spelled, and you can look online and find out more. But last week we talked about just saying two things. I'm sorry, I love you. And there's a more complete form which says, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And I have a friend that tried that with a group that didn't think she was doing a very good job. And she went through the whole process and she didn't get a lot of response. And it was kind of disappointing to her, but I think she was just planting seeds, and we'll see what happens as a result of her being vulnerable with them. So this last week, we've had never-ending problems with the motorhome, and we there's a motor that takes a bunk down over the cab, and when it's down, the motorhome is undrivable. So it got stuck in the down position. We couldn't get it back up. And I talked to the repairman that we used before, and I emailed him, and I went to see him, and he would not budge. He said, I'm too busy. And I didn't do very good with my ho'oponopono. Instead of, I'm sorry, I love you, I was thinking things like, I hate you, you suck. Oops, I'm sorry, I love you. I'd kind of catch myself. But this went on all week, and finally on Friday, my friend Maria said, call somebody else. So I did. I called a guy named Leon. He said, oh, I'm 2 weeks out. But he said, I'm going to be in the Shorewood RV Park this afternoon, and maybe I can just drop by and see what I can do. Well, he did drop by, and in 20 minutes, he had it fixed. The bed's back up, the RV is drivable, and all is well. But I have to be honest with you, I kind of sunk into despair in the middle of the week. I just kind of lost faith that this was going to work out. And I said, why is it so hard? That is not a good question to ask. I shouldn't have asked it, but because there's really no answer. And I did, got no answer, of course. But then the next day, things began to look up. So what are my lessons? Well, probably don't give up. Keep trusting that all will be well. I know it's so hard when it doesn't look like it, though. Anyway, this week, keep practicing. I love you. Forgive me. Forgive me. I love you. And just see what happens. And have a great week.